laser focus. Banging on they though they taking notice.
Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries, competition.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. I got you, baby, I got you.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mariota hands to Henry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Motion.
On first and 10, here's Mariota. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to go down again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Like 20, 14, 14. Hey, turn it out. Show it up. Check 31. Two. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check 37.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff, flush to his right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
DC. Watch the twist. Be good. We're good. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 2 for 1.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check 55. Mike.
Goff on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff Looking deep for Gabriel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now you're coming back out. Now they've established this run game. The play-action pass could very well be open.
2nd and 5 now. Mariota, and he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Evans, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. These two teams all tied after one. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. On 3rd down, Mariota under pressure again, and down he goes again. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Goff now looking to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun to give to Mixon.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Goff on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. Now, a nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
45. Mike, 45. Man, I got you. Man. Hey, check Mike 45.
Working out of the gun. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Bengals grab it. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
He's checking crap. Recon, 132 fighter. Wide, get wide.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
Here's Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
Let's get it.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Bullock's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. He gets it to Brown, complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad.
I don't know about that. Super tall.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
We go, cut! Like 20!
You better,
12!
you better be afraid of me.
Hey! Wahoo!
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time.
Out of the gun. Gone. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Titans take over
That's it,
first
baby.
and 10
We're going to work.
at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Got you, boy.
Tim carry now for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. 3rd and for Mariota. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Titans
from the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
48 Mike. I got you. Fellas, let's go. 48 to Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 48 to Mike. Check 48 to Mike. Are you getting the headache? Are you getting the headache? 3.
Mariota throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But
it's caught inside the 25. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey. 5, 2, 1. Check 3.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and it kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
It's just me and you. Check that.
2 for 1. Average roll.
He's checking.
2 for 66.
They'll run it here with their arm. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12.
Value 1.
43-yard line.
On second and 12, Goff. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Again, it's Henry. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
Third down.
Hey, you got 3 alpha. Watch 81.
Throwing is Mariota. Hard throw, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And an alley to run. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check 45 to Mike. Check.
Mariota to throw it this time. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota escaping the pressure right. Now he'll into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
You're not ready.
Louis.
On first down, Mixon. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he's got room. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
50 seconds.
Here's Mariota. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Evans make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing, Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 22 on the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Let's
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. After the penalty, it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gassed.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Watch the whip. Watch how you run. Motion.
14.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You got nothing. One. 50 seconds to mine.
After the sack on 1st down, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw Mariota. He's got a rifle. He's got a man. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Mariota. And an alley to run. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
45 for Mike. Oh, you got deep? 45. Mike, 45.
Mariota now. He'll buy some time right. Got a man right side. It's Sharp.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Mariota to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
57, Mike 57. Man, I got you.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Succa. And that will get him one closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They begin with a run by Mixon, and the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Check.
Yes, sir.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 31.
They toss to Mixon. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
180.
Goff going to throw it. He'll let this go end zone for Green, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
And he's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
Check 52. I got him. On me. He's coming.
Hold on. Check.
Mixon trying to punch it into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls